Hi, Patrick Phillip here at Effective Martial Arts Home Edition, and in this video, how to build the perfect virtual martial arts home studio. 5 pro tips. All right, so I'm really excited, guys. At the time of this recording, we're entering phase 2 of the lockdown. And as you might know, I run a martial arts school. We used to teach awesome in-person classes. And up until recently, we've been forced to go back to virtual instruction only. Now, when the first lockdown happened back in March, we definitely pivoted really quickly to virtual learning on Zoom. And we were allowed to open briefly. We were running awesome in-person classes with simultaneous streaming on Zoom for those who preferred to stay at home. So we call them hybrid classes. And throughout those about 6 months that we've been running virtual classes, we learned a lot about virtual martial arts instruction to give you powerful tips, whether you're a student and you're practicing martial arts or you're an instructor and you're interested in teaching martial arts classes online. I think this video is going to be really useful for you and to cut the learning curve and apply everything that we've learned over these past few months so that you can have a more enjoyable experience and to help your students improve faster if you're an instructor. Now, if we've learned one thing over these past few months is that the setup really makes all the difference. So if you invest a little bit of time in organizing your setup first, it will make the experience a lot more enjoyable and a lot more effective as well. So your instructor is going to be able to see you better, provide more accurate feedback, and generally going to have more fun, and you will improve faster thanks to virtual martial arts training. So I did write a blog post with a lot of cool information that you can use and links to gear that you could get to improve your setup in many ways. So you can find it in the description of this video if you're watching on YouTube or on our website, effectivemartialarts.com/blog. All right, now without further ado, let's get into these 5 pro tips. Okay, now tip number 1 is your view. So what are you actually looking at when you're participating in your online martial arts classes? So to make a long story short, the most important thing in this case is try to have the biggest screen possible. So bigger is definitely better. Try to connect your image to a big screen TV. That'll make it so that you will be able to see the techniques a lot better. If you have a big screen to look at, you will see what your instructor is demonstrating. And if you're an instructor, if you have a big screen to look at, you will be able to see each student in a bigger square in your screen. So it definitely helps a lot to have a big screen. That being said, you can follow also on a simple phone or on a tablet or on a laptop. It is possible. You will just have to kind of get closer to your screen to see when the demonstration part is going on, and then you'll have to move back to do your training. But if you have a big screen to look at, you can do it from far away here. You can be training and looking at the demonstration at the same time because you can see the image in a big screen. Now, as far as technical details, how do you project the image to your big screen TV? Well, essentially, you can use, what I have is a computer connected to my TV with a simple VGA cable. So I'm basically using my TV as a computer monitor. You could do that. If you have a laptop, you can connect it to your TV with a HDMI cable or DisplayPort cable. And if you have a phone, it's also possible to stream your phone to your TV, perhaps if you have an Apple TV device, or there's a variety of apps that you can use for that if you're using Android. We don't quite recommend wireless connections though with phone to TV because they tend to be a little bit glitchy, especially when you're using bandwidth on Zoom. So if you can have a hard wire, would be preferable. Another little pro tip as well about your view is consider having your clock right next to the screen that you're looking at. That's especially if you're an instructor because you want to look at the time all the time. And if your clock is somewhere else, you're going to be turning around. So make sure you have the time right next to the screen that you're looking at. A big clock is best. That way you can easily count the seconds and see the sets, the reps, especially when you're doing fitness or rounds. You can call out the times for your student a lot better when you see the time. Furthermore, something that's important as well, especially for kids, if they're younger, their attention span sometimes is a challenge. So if you want to help your kids focus, having a big screen for them to look at will definitely make it easier for them to focus because it's occupying more of their field of vision. So it's definitely important to have a bigger screen, especially for young children. For adults, it's going to make you able to see the details of the techniques better. A little tidbit that's really interesting for small kids especially is that you want them looking up at the screen. So you don't want your TV to be on the bottom. You don't want them looking down at the screen. you want them looking up at the screen. And this is because of social dynamics and the part of their brain that's programmed to respond to social hierarchy. You want the kids looking up at their instructor, both literally and figuratively. So you want to put that screen a little bit higher up. And at the same time, we're going to go into the next point is about your image. You also want your camera to be a little bit higher up. So that's tip number 2 is your image. So to make a long story short, in this case, you want your instructor to be able to see you from head to toe. So feet and head at the same time. And for a best view in this case, it's useful to put the camera about at eye level for an average adult's height. That way the camera is looking down, and whereas you're on the ground or standing, you can see everything that you're doing. And if you tilt the camera down and demonstrate some grappling techniques or some fitness exercises, your instructor will be able to see you a lot better, or your students if you are the instructor. So this is what we do here at Effective Martial Arts, by the way. We created one curriculum for striking, wrestling, and grappling with a strong emphasis on fitness. So we can make sure to give our students everything they need to know to be able to defend themselves in hand-to-hand combat. So we basically created a belt system for MMA, and we're really proud of that. We've seen awesome improvement in our students, both from in-person classes as well as virtual classes as well. So that's the tip, guys. Make sure that we can see you from head to toe and camera high, looking down. Now, a few other tips for your image. So we definitely said camera up, looking down. What happens if your camera is too low is it's going to be hard to fit you from head to toe. And especially when you're doing exercises on the ground, we kind of have only a 2D view of what you're doing and make it hard for us to comment on your execution. So same as we were standing right there in front of you, we would be standing to see what you're doing. So we wouldn't be kind of lying on the floor and looking at you from the bottom. So you want to kind of mimic that with the position that you put your camera in. Likewise, if you have your camera on the side, you don't want your camera misaligned with your screen. Ideally, you want your camera in the center of your screen so that you're looking in one direction to see the demonstration, and it kind of feels like you're looking at the people you're interacting with at the same time you're looking at the camera. If your camera's on the side, it's going to be creating somewhat of a disconnect. Little pro tip for you guys as well, whether you're a student or an instructor or you're using Zoom for whatever reason, make sure that you have eye contact with the camera. So when you're looking at your screen, you might be focusing on what they're doing, you might be checking that your image is fine, but it doesn't feel to people that you're interacting with that you're actually looking at them. Whereas if you're looking directly at the camera, it really feels more like you're looking directly at them. So ideally, you want to have a good balance between looking at them on the screen, looking at yourself to make sure you're well framed, and looking at the camera, especially when you want to drive home a point. Next tip is lighting. So you definitely want your light source to be behind the camera that's looking at you. So the best is natural light. Like I have here, it's kind of a cloudy day today, so I have a mix of natural and artificial light. If you're obviously shooting at nighttime, you'll want to turn on some lights. And ideally, you don't want the lights shining directly at you. So if you have a camera and the sun coming in directly, you want to have some kind of a veil or blinds so that it kind of breaks up the hard light. Otherwise, you'll be whitewashed. And same thing, if you're using lights, you want the lights pointing away at the walls or at the ceiling so that you'll be in indirect light. So soft light will make for better lighting. And you especially don't want to shoot yourself against the light coming from the outside. So that'll make it hard to see the details of what you're doing. We'll just kind of see only a silhouette. So you want to have your light source behind the camera. All right, so that brings us to tip number 3, and that would be your training surface. So to make a long story short here, a hard floor is definitely possible. Again, depending on the martial arts style that you practice, we do a good balance of striking. So practicing on the feet, practicing wrestling, transitioning to the ground and up from the ground, as well as practicing grappling. For fitness, most likely you're going to be doing some exercises on the ground, push-ups, sit-ups, stuff like that. So in general, hard floor will do. So we have many students that have been following from their home and on a hard floor, even in a tight space, and they've been doing great and having great results. But if you can have some type of soft surface, it would be better. So the living room rug will do just fine. Any yoga mat will do as well. Some of them are kind of small, so you want one that's a little bit bigger. Puzzle mats, like the ones that you have for kids, any type of puzzle mats will definitely do as well. But the best would be to have kind of semi-professional martial arts mats. So I have a link in the blog post that I mentioned earlier for some fold-out martial arts mats. You can find them on Amazon really inexpensively. So 4x8 region is only about $125. So that's really cheap, and you can conveniently fold it, put it in place, fold it away when you don't need it. So if you don't have a dedicated space, you can definitely use that. It's going to be convenient. If you are willing to create a dedicated space, that's going to be awesome, like I have here. So these are semi-professional martial arts puzzle mats. This whole area is about a 10 by 10, 3 meters by 3 meters. And it cost me around $500, I think shipping included. So it's a little bit more expensive, but if you want to have the best experience, and if you want kind of mats, same as we have at the school, these are even a little bit more expensive. I think about 2 times the price of these. But if you can have like in your basement or a dedicated space for your martial arts training, virtual martial arts training, that's going to make for the best experience. But again, that's not necessary. So these fold-out mats do a great job, and you can definitely train and do all the techniques on a hard floor as well. It's just a matter of managing that transition, and it will force you to do the techniques a lot better as well. All right, that brings us to tip number 4, which is your audio. So in terms of audio, if you're living alone, it doesn't really matter. You can use the speakers that are integrated into your TV or just your basic computer speakers so you can hear the sound loud and clear. But if you are living with other people, that's an interesting tip, is consider investing in a Bluetooth headset. So this is a one for professionals because I have a mic integrated. It makes so that the voice comes out loud and clear. Even when I'm going far away from the camera or microphone, in this case, you can still hear me through the Bluetooth headset. But if you're simply participating in the meetings, any type of Bluetooth headset that doesn't necessarily have a mic, you plug them in your ears, and that way you'll be able to hear the instruction loud and clear, and you can really immerse yourself in the virtual training experience without being distracted by with the people that are living with you. And conversely, the people that are living with you will not be bothered by the awesome energy and the feedback and the loud voice of your instructor that's giving you all the information and the count and the encouragement to help you in your virtual martial arts training. So consider a Bluetooth headset, either little earbuds or this is one with a microphone. We call it a trucker headset. Again, I put the links in the blog post that I was telling you about. So consider a Bluetooth headset, especially when you're living with other people, or if you're an instructor, you want one with a mic. But again, if you're just following and there's nobody around you, definitely speakers, TV speakers or computer speakers will do just fine. All right, and lastly, tip number 5 is your connection, your internet connection. So definitely you should try to aim for a hardwire connection. That'll make for a more fluid experience in the virtual training environment, especially if you're hosting the Zoom meetings. So if you have other people and you are the host, we definitely recommend a hardwire connection. It's much more reliable than a Wi-Fi connection. If you're just participating though, it's not absolutely necessary. It does make it smoother, but it's not necessary at all. But in that case, if you are using Wi-Fi, make sure that you're close to your router so that your Wi-Fi connection is strong. So, but if it's a simple matter just to take a cable and pass it along the ceiling and with little cable tacks and pass it to your computer, laptop, or desktop so you can connect your router or your internet source directly to your computer. That'll make for a better training experience. And that's it, guys. A quick recap, 5 pro tips to make the virtual martial arts training experience optimal, most enjoyable, and most effective. So tip number 1 is consider your view. So what are you looking at? You want your screen to be bigger is better, and you want to be at an appropriate height that you're looking at the screen. Tip number 2 is your image. So make sure that you fit inside the screen from head to toe, that we can see clearly what you are doing. You want your camera ideally at eye level, looking down. You want your camera in the center of your screen, and you want appropriate lighting as well. Make sure your light source is coming from behind the camera. Tip number 3 is your training surface. So once again, hard floor will do. Living room rug is good. Yoga mats are okay. Puzzle mats are a little bit better, even like the cheap ones you have for kids. But if you want to invest in some martial arts fold-out mats that are a little bit thicker, you have a better training experience. And if you're ready to create a dedicated space like I have, martial arts puzzle mats like these, or the professional martial arts mats like we have at the school. So if you want to create a dedicated space, you can have some high quality mats, and that makes for the best experience. But again, absolutely not necessary. You can definitely train on the hard floor surface and you will still be able to do all the techniques. The important is you are still training and no excuses. Keep on moving forward in your fitness and martial arts skills. Tip number 4 was your audio. So definitely speakers will do the job, but consider a Bluetooth headset, either simple earbuds or with a microphone if you are an instructor. That's going to help you immerse yourself a little bit better in the virtual training experience without disrupting the people that are around you, and so they don't bother you either. So especially when you're living with other people, consider a Bluetooth headset. And tip number 5, quite simply, hardwire connection for your internet will make for an optimal virtual martial arts training experience so that there's no interruptions and you can make sure that you see everything, you don't miss anything, especially if you are the host of the meeting. And there you have it, guys. Hope you've enjoyed this video. So it does take a little bit of time to get your setup going, but the good thing is once it's done and you can enjoy it day after day. So we do recommend investing a little bit of time, a little bit of attention in improving your setup. It really does make all the difference. Now, if you're looking for high quality virtual martial arts instruction, we highly recommend that you try out our Effective Martial Arts program. We've really perfected the art of virtual martial arts instruction over the past few months, and we're really excited about having the opportunity to help you as well. So like we said, here at Effective Martial Arts, we offer one curriculum for striking, wrestling, and grappling. We place a strong emphasis on fitness to give our students everything they need to know to be able to defend themselves in hand-to-hand combat. So we basically created a belt system for MMA. And you might think that you need to go to a physical school to improve, but that's actually not the case. You can really get in great shape just with the fitness exercises that you can do, all the solo drills that you can do, acquiring the body movements so you're able to maneuver your body in all the main situations, and acquiring the knowledge as well to know what to do in all those situations. Plus, if you have people that you can train with at home, we can definitely guide you on how to do cool partner drills and practice safely with the people in your home so you can keep on moving your skills forward despite maybe not being able to go to a class in person. What's cool as well is that you always get access to class recordings. That's one of the benefits of the virtual martial arts instruction, as we always make our links to the class recordings available for our active students. So if ever you miss a class, you can always go back and watch it to make sure you don't miss anything. Also, what really makes a difference is, whereas you can train on your own, and you should, it really makes all the difference to follow an experienced instructor that can guide you through the techniques and have that accountability to know that you need to be there for class. Your instructors care about your progress. We're going to provide you with the motivation, the personalized feedback as well. So when you're training on your own, you might not necessarily know what type of mistakes you're doing. So you do need kind of an expert eye guiding you through the techniques and really helping you, observing your execution, to help you improve faster. That's our mission here at Effective Martial Arts, to help our students of all levels improve faster. So it definitely makes a big difference to have that accountability, and it forces you to develop that routine, develop that discipline of training to make sure that you reach your goals. So if that speaks to you, you're interested in taking your skills to the next level, we highly recommend that you fill out the form on our website, apply. You get a complimentary private introductory session where we're gonna sit down with you and help you through the Zoom setup if necessary. Also, just take the time to understand your goals. What are you trying to accomplish with your virtual martial arts training? Explain to you how the program works. And so you get that complimentary introductory session as well as a free week to try it out. So it's absolutely no risk. And we're really excited to have this opportunity to help a lot of people. That's the cool thing also about virtual instruction, is that we've been able to help people from all across the world. So it's been really a privilege to help all these students, which we perhaps would not have the opportunity to help if we were still just doing in-person classes. Now we're excited about starting in-person classes as soon as we can as well, and we will as soon as we get the go-ahead. But in the meantime, we're making the most of the situation and keep on moving our school forward and helping a lot of people, and we hope you will do the same. So don't let yourself be deterred by the circumstances. Don't be a victim of circumstances, but definitely take matters into your own hands and do what you can to keep on improving. So go ahead, fill out the form on the website, and I promise you, this might very well be one of the best decisions you've ever made. All right, so fill out the form on the website. We'll talk to you soon. And if for whatever reason you're not able to join our virtual classes, well, at least subscribe to our channel. We have a lot of high quality content on YouTube, as well as click like on this video if it was helpful for you. And leave a comment below if you have any questions, if you have anything to say about this video. We'll be happy to join into the discussion. So signing off, Patrick Fulop here at Effective Martial Arts Home Edition. Thank you very much for watching. Practice well.